What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksandGamers.com, and we know that the sports media loves it when people insert politics into sports, but only when it's politics that they agree with, only when it's woke nonsense, when it is garbage identity politics and social justice. Then places like ESPN and Fox Sports will celebrate it. They'll hail these people as heroes for talking about politics and bringing it into sports, but when it's on the other side, that's a no-no. The sports media gets really upset whenever anyone dares speak out about something that goes against their narrative, and that's what's happening in the UFC, because as we've talked about plenty of times, Dana White and the way that he runs the UFC, if he lets one person voice their political opinion, he's gonna let everyone voice their political opinions. So if one person wants to talk about Black Lives Matter, all of this stuff, he's gonna let someone else like Colby Covington talk about Donald Trump and make America great again. That's just how he operates, and to be honest, that's how he should. If you're gonna let one person speak out, you need to let everyone speak out. But the woke sports media does not like that. And yet again, they're going after someone for it. Take a look at this. Media doesn't like UFC Rose Namajunas anti-communism. And this is from Bobby Burak. So shout out to him and shout out to Outkick the coverage. UFC strawweight contender Rose Namajunas said recently that communism is a motivating factor for her in the upcoming UFC 261 bout against Zhang Weili, UFC's only champion from China. And as we know, China is a communist country. There's no ands or ifs about it. It simply is. Rose Namajunas, whose family is from Lithuania, told an outlet she's drawn inspiration from the documentary The Other Dream Team, and the movie is a reminder of an anti-communism expression coined during the Cold War, better dead than red. Namajunas' comments sparked outrage in the media, the same media that refuses to question the NBA's business dealing relations with the Communist Party of China. And of course, we know that's what this is all about. We know that these people like ESPN will never call out China because of the money that China has. So when someone speaks out against China, just like Daryl Morey did, they have to slam him. They have to go after him. They have to bury him for their Chinese overlords. That's just how it works at this point. Because it doesn't fit commonly used talking points originated by LeBron James, this is where the sports media draws the line with the mixture of politics and sports. What is surprising, however, is seeing an athlete push back and refuse to apologize, and that's exactly what Rose Namajunas is doing. Now, if you've followed UFC for a while, you've probably seen Rose out there. She is a former strawweight champion, Thug Rose as she's known. She went out there, she beat Joanna, she beat her twice, I believe, then got beat by Jessica Andrade, then Zhang Weili beat Jessica Andrade, then Rose beat Jessica, so now they're finally getting this match for the title, Rose's chance to claim the title once again. And she's not backing down from her comments. If you're confused about any of my opinions, you can watch the documentary and you can get a good idea of what my family had to go through. The reason I'm in the United States today, the reason I do mixed martial arts, all that stuff. Namajunas said Wednesday when Ariel Helwani asked about her comments. Ariel Helwani is a woke piece of shit. Fuck ESPN. I'd probably have a different life if it wasn't for everything in that documentary, how Lithuanians had to struggle with communism oppression. The reason I brought it up and referenced it is because the reporter suggested I had animosity towards past opponents, and that's what caused some motivation in those fights. And in this one, there's no animosity, so maybe there's a lack of motivation, but that couldn't be further from the truth. According to Fox, Namajunas' parents escaped communist rule in Europe. Namajunas did initially say that Weili is red. That part could have been left out. Zhang Weili was born in China. That doesn't mean she supports communism. I think that could be true. That could very well be true. But when you live under that rule, you're not really allowed to speak out. So what Zhang Weili's actual opinions are, I guess who knows? She hasn't defected or anything like that. She still is fighting out of China for China. They put a big Chinese flag up behind her during her introductions, afterwards, everything. That is very much part of her branding. And China is very proud to have Zhang Weili be a UFC champion. That goes into this as well. Namajunas did clarify, saying Weili is the opponent and it's not personal. She's just the person standing in the way of my dream. Namajunas went on to say Weili's background is why she fights, and she fights for freedom. So there you have it. The mainstream media not happy about this. A lot of people like Ariel Helwani, a lot of the mainstream sports media despising the fact that someone is speaking out against communism, that someone is saying, yeah, the Chinese Communist Party, those people are fucking bad. I'm just gonna come out and say it because it doesn't go with their narrative. If she had been talking about woke talking points, about Black Lives Matter, about some criminal that was shot, I'm sure they'd be very happy. But since she's speaking out against China and against communism, that doesn't align with the mainstream media's narrative. Let us know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.